Hey there pilots, and welcome to today's Titanfall 2 video. Today's video will focus on ideal loadout for new players that want to get up to date with the multiplayer and head straight into the action while being able to top the leaderboards, or just averagely do good in the leaderboards. So sit back and enjoy. So to start off, we're going to start with the basics. You need to pick a tactical or a class that suits your playstyle. Now tactical are basically kind of like your class. Think of it kind of like Call of Duty or Battlefield. Like Battlefield classes like medic, support, sniper and such. This is the same here, except each class offers different abilities. And only abilities to that specific class. You can't mix and match. So we only have 3 to start off with, but each 3 are fine as they all play a selected role. So you can either go with Cloak, that allows you to go visible for a small duration of time, Pulse Blade, that allows you to throw a Pulse Blade dagger and locate where enemy players are within the map, or Grapple, that allows you to throw a grapple hook and swing to different areas to either escape, catch up, or pull in enemies to you. Now like I said, these are the current 3 classes that are unlocked for you for a beginner. I won't go into the other classes at all for this video, as they're not unlocked and you don't really need to know anything about them just of yet until you get a good understanding, or until you play around with all the other 3 classes. Maybe later on, or maybe in another video, I'll focus on the other classes to help you out, but for now I'm going to focus on these 3 classes. Now personally, I recommend to use the Pulse Blade class, as it's an easy class to start off with, and allows you to keep on the go while knowing where the enemy is at all times. So think of it like Call of Duty with UAV. Get maybe 2-3 kills and you get UAV that shows where enemy's location is. That's Pulse Blade basically for this class. The Cloak class can also be used, as it can allow you to get in and out areas while not being seen. But do be aware that your cloak can be seen by others because of player size, and the outline can be seen. Now what I mean by this is that you'll be invisible, but not 100% invisible to the point of where no one can see you. If you, for example, jumped, and one thing is that when you jump and you do a double jump, you leave a jetpack trail. This jetpack trail basically makes you seen. Just a little flare can be seen by a lot of other players in your direction. Also, like I said about the invisibility, like I said, it's not 100% makes you invisible, but the fact that from very long distances you can see them if you look really close. But it's the outline, because of the shape of the player, so that you have a disadvantage, but it's quite effective. Now if you're always on the go, or if you go in the area where you're completely still, there's a chance that many players won't see you whatsoever. Sometimes players will wipe past you, and I've had moments where I've not realised that there's a enemy pilot behind me and he's invisible, and I've not seen him, and then I walk right past him only to then realise like, oh, this person's in the corner camping, oh, I should take him out. Now the Grapple class is a class that I recommend you try out last, but you can try out straight away. But once you get a good understanding of the wall running and general running mechanic in the game, Grapple can be really good when you're moving at high speeds. Now, for you to use Grapple, it's good as it can get you to high places, it can get you to areas much quicker, it can increase your speed, you can get the drop on other players and such. But the problem with Grapple is that you can get killed quite easily if you don't think through where you want to grapple. So if you're in the middle of a firefight and you decide to grapple in the middle of a firefight, you'll get killed quite easily. But if you're trying to catch up with another player who's making a run for it, you can either use your grapple to catch them and pull them in, or you can use your grapple to practically hitch onto an area, run at full speed, catch up with them, and pretty much end them. But like I said, I recommend that you try grapple out last, not anytime soon. For the weapons, generally I would say go with what you like, but since it's limited and the gameplay requires you to be active and on your toes, I've decided that the R201 assault rifle would be your likely candidate because of its near non-existent stability, its high damage and full auto capability, and all-round versatility nature for being the best AR in game. When you play around with this weapon, this weapon is really brutal. This is why in most multiplayer matches you'll be seeing a lot of players using this weapon, because of the fact that it's just that good. This weapon will allow you to survive some decent fights from small, medium and long range fights. Even at full auto, this weapon does amazingly good. And although the recoil can kick, if you just burst using the weapon, you can take people that are at really good distances. So it's balanced, and it feels like it's way too good. It's much better than all the other assault rifles, but you'll have to play around with it just to see. Alternatively, if ARs aren't your thing, then the SMG can benefit you, such as the car or alternator. Both are superb and effective at dropping people at close ranges. I'll say close to medium ranges, and depending on the perks you use for them, if you put on, I believe, the gun and run perk on your weapon, such as the alternator or the car, and you just hip fire, the weapon has no recoil whatsoever. So you can pretty much, as long as you don't aim down sight and you just hip fire with the weapon, you'll get people at long distances, and I feel like it's quite broken. That shouldn't really be happening. Shotguns and sniper rifles require you to play around with, as sometimes you need to think ahead before advancing any further. Now shotguns are kind of like SMG. As long as you're up close or you're in the medium range distance, you'll always win. Snipers, you can't really be aggressive with. You have to kind of find a nice spot on the map, sit back and take shots. Ideally, if you use a sniper, go with cloak, as it will allow you a more higher survivability. Heavy machine guns and grenade launchers are effective in close areas, so use them in small maps such as complex. And I would say grenade launchers are really effective against some pilots, like the softball. But I would say that you could probably make an anti-Titan build that focuses only using weapons that does damage to Titans. You could use that. And the heavy machine gun is great for taking out enemies of alike. Whether you want to mow out complete AIs or you want to mow other pilots in pure devastation, some machine guns are really good. One weapon I will say though for a heavy machine gun you should try is Devotion. That weapon is, I'm pretty sure the weapon's broken considering how good it is. It's too good to be fact. Perks vary and are limited, but good thing is that they're balanced and there's no perk OP compared to the rest. My recommendation for your weapon is Tactical and Speed Loader. Tactical will speed up your class tactical skill, so pulse blade or grapple, etc. per kill, and Speed Loader for faster reload. Scope you should go with can be any of your choosing, but I go with HCOG, and your kit that are mini upgrade perks that should be practically used at all times can be either fast regen for quicker health recovery and kill report that will show where your enemy players are and where enemy players have died. Now what I mean by enemy players are is basically like if an enemy player is killed by your teammate or by you, a star will appear on the map that will basically tell you their location. It won't be sort of like map hack, where it will basically show you where they are. It will only show you where they've died. This is useful as it can pretty much give you a good indication of where the fight may be occurring. And lastly, your secondary depends on your situation, plus game mode. So if you're up against Titan, then a charge rifle or an MGL grenade launcher have been proven to be really effective at damaging and weakening them. But that's only if you're good up against Titans. Up against the pilots though, the Hammond P2016 or RE45 Auto can help with sustained accurate damage to pilots as backup or being used on their own. So using that weapon there, you can, if you want to, use just that weapon and not use your primary, and it does good at holding off. As long as you land a few headshots and then finish off with that body shot, you'll always win. But like I said, different situations require different plans. So overall, this is my recommendation for a build for newer players. It's a pretty successful build as well that you can expand on and learn from. And if you think that, you know, some of the weapons aren't great, then try them out. Honestly, some of the weapons are balanced, and there are some weapons that are kind of broken. Now, I'm not going to go through the Titans of what to use, as the Titans are kind of more of what you should try and pick to see what type of playstyle is. For me personally, I use Scorch, as he's designed for clearing out areas, but he's also good for just stacking up damage and being supportive, like I am in the game. You may be the type of person that likes to be full on, so you could be a Legion player, you could be a Tome player, you could be a North Star player, or even Ion, or maybe Ronin. It's really up to you, but the Titans I'm going to leave out for you this time. So I do hope you enjoyed this mini guide of how to, in a way, be prepared for Titanfall in multiplayer. It's just a little rundown, and it's just a little like mini build to help you stay up to date and be prepared. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and leave a comment, and I do hope to see you again soon. So enjoy, and I'll see you later.